Welcome to ARH 4803, Practice of Art History. This short lecture will help you to do assessment number 1. Assessment number 1 is on research articles. In this short presentation, we will look at what research articles are and what they are not, and how they are different from magazine articles. We all know what popular magazines look like, and there are some examples there. But how is a journal article different? Look at these art magazines, for example. They somehow look like they are of better quality than these ones, and they probably are. And you will find that in your studies that you will use them regularly, but they are still not journal articles. So I'm going to point out some differences to you. So you will see there that I've opened one of these art magazines to look at how the pages are laid out. So art magazines are very useful when you're looking for artists or when you're looking for inspiration, or if you're looking for different critical perspectives on an artist's work. There's also often interviews with artists that are very helpful for you. A research article is different. This is an example of a research journal in paper format. So you will see it looks a lot like an art magazine, but it is different for several reasons. So a research article is something that is written by an academic who is well qualified and who is probably working at a university or at a research institute. In the arts, you will often find that some people working in museums or in galleries are also qualified researchers. So these academics do research, and then they submit an article that they've written up about their research to a peer-reviewed journal, such as this one. And before I talk about peer review, let's just look at what one of these articles look like. So in the library, you can find these journals in paper format, but you can also find them online on the library website through the eJournal Finder. So this same paper journal looks like this on the Taylor and Francis database. So you will see that there's all kinds of information about this journal, and you can also browse the articles there or search for specific articles or authors. Then you can see you can look at journal metrics. Journal metrics are some numbers that tell us how many times this journal is read, and also how many times other academics have cited or referenced works from this journal. You can also find the aims and the scope of the journal. These are the things that the journal publishes, the sorts of topics that this journal deals with. The editorial board is also interesting to look at and gives you an indication of how well respected the journal might be. So the editorial board will also be academics, researchers, and well-qualified people within the field. So this is an article. The start of every article will contain some important information such as the title and the author, and then also how to cite the article. And this is how this article looks like if you download the PDF. So what is peer review? So a good journal that, like the one we saw here, has a double-blind peer review process, which means that the editors, when they receive a submission from an author for the journal, they look at the submission and then they find 2 experts in the field. And these experts will probably be persons that has published in this field before and that are well respected. Then these experts will write a report in which they make a recommendation to the editors whether or not they should publish this research or not, or whether the author should make some changes before it is publishable. It is a double-blind peer review process because the reviewers do not know who the author is, and the author also does not know who the reviewers are. A good journal is also accredited by the National Research Foundation and also by independent research bodies such as Scopus. And these bodies are also headed by experts and well-qualified persons in various fields. A research article has several components. First is a research question. A research question is what the researcher wanted to find out when they started with the research. And this research question will be supported by a set of aims and objectives. Then the article needs to state and use a methodology or a theoretical approach in order to look at examples. Through all of this, the author should refer to theorists and other published research in the field. These can be other journal articles, they can be published books, they can also be publications from the popular press, such as art magazine articles, but there should be a good balance of the various sources that are referred to. Then it should be a topic that is deemed important by the academic community. And of course, the experts who review this article will know whether or not the topic is important and timely. And then the research article should have a conclusion, of course.